Welcome to the lecture series of Entrepreneurship Development. In this session, I'm going to discuss how to pass the subject with a very good score. A passing package is suggested for you. In this passing package, you will be getting most important question and answers. Also, you can develop the strategy to clear the subject without any issue. So now we'll move on to the smart passing package of the subject Entrepreneurship Development. From the unit number one, that is Introduction to Entrepreneurship. Here, who is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is a person who takes risk, innovates, organizes the resources, and then start the business. That is the definition of entrepreneur. It may ask in the examination. What are the functions of entrepreneur? Innovation, risk taking, organizing the resources, decision making, managing the business. These are the major functions of entrepreneur. Let us continue. Type of entrepreneurship. So we'll move on to the second question. So now you can see the types of entrepreneurs. Innovative, new ideas or product. Imitative, copy the existing idea. Social, solve the social problems. Serial, start up multiple venture. Intrapreneur. That means some company, they allow to develop the entrepreneur within the organization. Such kind of entrepreneurship is known as intrapreneur. It's an innovative thing. That is, there are organizations, they really support for development and entrepreneur within the organization, existing company. Okay. What is the concept of entrepreneurship? Process of creating, managing, growing of new venture. That is actually the concept of entrepreneur. Okay. So now, what are the different stages of entrepreneurial process? Idea generation is the first stage, feasibility analysis, later development of the business plan, then movement of resources. I mean resource mobilization, ultimately launching and growing. These are the five important stages of entrepreneurship. What is creativity and innovation? Creativity is a process which generates new idea, where innovation is converting the idea into useful products or services. That is called innovation. So both the creativity and innovations are similar, but there are difference. Coming to second unit, so business model and planning. What is business model? Explain the meaning and importance. Business model shows how a company creates, deliver, and capture the value. So, Osterwalder's business model. It is very important. Let us have a discussion of Osterwalder's business model. It includes 9 blocks. We have customer segment, value proposition, channels, customer relation, then revenue streams, key resources, key activity, key partner, and cost structure. These are the important Osterwalder business model. Try to remember these points in the exam point of view. Question number 8. A business plan, what are the meanings and advantage? What is business plan? A business plan is a written document describing business goals, strategies, and funding needs. The purpose of business plans are as follows: help to raise the finance, provides the roadmap of entire business, then reduce the risk and mitigate the risk, then attract the new investors. These are the major aim of business plan. What is feasibility study? Testing the idea is practical and profitable. So that is what we conduct a feasibility study for every project. Then unit number 3, managing the financing and new venture. So that's a great thing. Then early management decision. What do you mean? What is the importance of early management decision? Choosing the correct location, hiring the staff, pricing strategy, marketing. That's a plus point. So, what is expansion strategy? Like a market expansion, then diversification, like changing one product to another one within the same company. Franchising is another option. Then managers and acquisition. So these are the different type of expansion strategies which you can apply. Okay. So coming to like a module 3, let me continue. Managing the finance and new venture. Source of finance. So what are the different sources of finance? Personal savings, friends and family, bank loan, venture capital, angel investors, IPO, like share markets, ultimately leasing. Then what are the forms of business organization? We have sole uh, proprietorship. That means one owner, unlimited liability. Second one is known as partnership. We already studied in uh, legal aspects of business. Then two or more owners share the liability. LLP include limited liability partnership and joint company, which separates the legal entity and the share traded. Ultimately, cooperative society, which is a own managers and own motive. So these are the different forms of organization. Kindly go through it. These are the very important point. Definitely, if you focus this, you are going to clear the subject. Coming to unit number 14th, here role of government promoting entrepreneurship. Here governments provide subsidy, then tax benefits, then startup India schemes, export oriented units. So these are the role of government promoting entrepreneurship in the organization. Then what is woman entrepreneur? What are the challenges faced by them? Woman entrepreneur is nothing but social barrier, lack of finance, then family responsibility, lack of training, etc. These are the challenges of woman entrepreneur. Next, what are the institutions supporting the entrepreneur? This is coming from unit number 4, government support and intuitions. The intuitions support the entrepreneur. What are the institutions supporting for the entrepreneur? First one is SIDBA, like a Small Industries Development Bank of India. Then NABARD, it is mainly focusing on the agriculture and rural financing. IDBA focusing on the industrial finance. SIDCO is concentrating the state industries development. DIC is nothing but district insurance center. Ultimately, single window system is for the quick approval process. So these are the different institute. Next one is what company corporation process. What are the major steps involved in the company corporation process? Choose the type, either private, public, or LLP. Then register with the ROC, register of companies. Ultimately get PAN, GST, and a license. These are the simple procedure like a company incorporation process. What is intellectual property right? Patent, like which protect the invention, copyright which protect the book and music and art. Then trademark implies like a brand value. It keeps logo brand names. Then geographical indications products tied to location. Okay, for example, like Mysore silk, one of the example, Darjeeling tea. So these points you have to keep in your mind. So coming to unit number 5, companies, incorporation and legal aspects. Okay, question number 19, ethics in entrepreneurship. Explain the ethics in entrepreneurship, honesty in the business, fair treatment of employees, social responsibility. That is called ethics. It is mandatory for every domain of application. Otherwise, use. Similarly, emerging the trends. Digital entrepreneurship. What is digital entrepreneurship? Using technology and internet to start and grow new business. That is called digital entrepreneurship. Example, e-commerce company, application, fintech, startup, etc. Then what is social entrepreneurship? Solving the business to solve the social problem within the education, health, poverty, etc. That is known as like solve social problems. Then example, Selco, uh, that is example of social entrepreneurship and entrepreneurship. Okay, so one of the most popular company in the domain of solar lighting system. Okay, next one is emerging trends. Rural, and what is rural entrepreneurship? The business in rural areas, especially agriculture, dairy, uh, then handicraft, etc. Question number 23, what is social media in entrepreneurship? Marketing versus uh, like uh, FB, Facebook, Insta, YouTube, etc. Then low cost branding. Next one is like a customer engagement. Okay. So if you like models, you have to remember BMC diagram, you have to remember it, which carries 10 marks. Then stages of entrepreneur process is also important. Second one is what are the forms of business organization. So ultimately, like a funding sources in a pyramid like structure, you have to remember everything. Okay, so start the answer with a suitable definition. Draw the symbol, diagram, and table. For 10 marks answer definition, 4 to 5 bullets and point. This is more than sufficient. Like question number 8, prepare the entrepreneur business plan, SIDBA, the IP, IPR, etc. So in this session, we covered almost how many questions? 23 questions we covered. If you promise these questions, surely you are going to clear the subject. Not only clearing, but you will be getting very good score. So let me summarize. So in this like session, we discussed about module-wise important questions and answers for the subject entrepreneurship development. So we'll meet in the forthcoming sessions. I wish you all the very best for your interview as well as HRM. Thank you.